बोले पवन पुत्र हनुमान की
जय। श्री गणेशाय नमः। श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। श्री सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। समस्त जनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूतमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि। सन्तोषिणी जगन्माता मम सौभाग्यवृद्धये नमस्करोमि भक्त्या त्वां प्रसन्ना वरदा भव। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। नीलाम्बुजश्यामलकोमलाङ्गं सीतासमारोपित वामभागम् बाणौ महासायकचारुचापं नमामि रामं रघुवंशनाथम्। Now we are on the sixth sopan. The sixth sopan in Tulsi Ramayanam is known as Lanka Kand. In Valmiki Ramayanam it is called Yuddha Kand. We already saw Sundara Kand. Now in Valmiki Ramayanam, Sundara Kand is once Hanumanji come back from Lanka and inform Ramchandraji about Sitaji's whereabouts. There ends Sundarakand in Valmiki Ramayana. But in Tulsi Ramayanam, you see, he extends that story like Vibhishana Sharanagati and up to this Varuna Devata, that is the Samudra Devata coming and advising Bhagavan to make the bridge across the ocean. So this is added in Tulsi Ramayanam. He thought that Vibhishana Sharanagati is very beautiful, so it should be in the Sundarakand. In Valmiki Ramayanam, this topic comes in Yuddha-kand. Now here, there are some beautiful slokas are here in the beginning. Now let us see. Ramam Kamari Sevyam
Bhava-bhayaharanam Kalamatte-bhasingham Yogindram Jnana-gamyam गुणनिधिमजितं निर्गुणं निर्विकारं मायातीतं सुरेशं खलवधनिरतं ब्रह्मवृन्दैकदेवं वन्दे कन्दावतादातं सरसिजनयनं देवमुर्वीशरूपम् शङ्खेन्त्वाभमतीव सुन्दरतनुं शार्दूलचर्माम्बरं कालव्यालकरालभूषणधरं गङ्गाशशाङ्कप्रियं काशीशं कलिकल्मषोकशमनं कल्याणकल्पद्रुमम् नौमीड्यं गिरिजापतिं गुणनिधिं कन्दर्पहं शङ्करं यो ददाति सतां शम्भुः कैवल्यमपि दुर्लभं खलानां दण्डकृत्योऽसौ शङ्करः शन्तनोतु मे लव निमेष परमान जुग बरस कलप सरचंड भजसी नमन ते ही राम को कालू जासु को दंड
Ramam Vande. I bow down to Rama. All adjectives to Rama is used here. Overall, who is Rama? Kamari Sevyam, one who is meditated upon, Lord Shiva. Bhava Bhaya Haranam is the remover of the fear of samsara. Kala Mattebha Simham is the lion for the elephant of death. Death is compared here with elephant. Elephants are afraid of lion. Yogindram, the king of all yogis. Jnanagamyam, realized through knowledge. Gunanidhim, the very treasure of virtues. Achitam, the one who is not conquered by anyone. Nirgunam, attributeless. Nirvikaram, free from modification. Mayatitam, beyond Maya. Suresham, the Lord of all gods. Kala Vatha Niratam. At the moment Bhagavan is engaged in destroying the evil doers. Brahma Vrindeka Devam, one God for all the Brahmanas. Then Kandavataram Sarasija Nayanam, most beautiful eyed Devam Urvisha Rupam. Kandavatatam means beautiful as a cloud laden with moisture, water bearing cloud. Sarasija Nayanam, most beautiful eyed Devam Urvisha Rupam, the Lord of Prithvi, that Bhagavan Ramachandraji I do namaskar. A second verse, Sangen Dvaphamadiva Sundaradanum Chardhula Charmambaram. This is for Lord Shiva. I bow down to the worshipful Shankara Bhagavan. Sangen Dvapham Ativa Sundaratanum, shining like a conch shell. Sangen Dvapham, or the moon and most handsome. Chardhula Charmambaram, clad in a tiger skin. Kalavyala Karala Bhushanadharam, his ornaments are snakes. Snake represented death, time, and that is ornament for Bhagavan. Ganga Shashanka Priyam, a very dear to Gangaji and Chandrama. Kashisham, the Lord of Kashi, Kali Kanma Shaukha Shamanam. He is the remover of all the impurities of Kaligal, Kalyana Kalpatrumam. Not only he removes the impurities, but bestows on us auspiciousness, the fulfiller of our wishes. Girijapati, Lord of Girija Parvati, Gunanithim, treasure of virtues, Kandarpaham, destroyer of Kamadeva, Shankaram, giver of auspiciousness. To that Shankara, my namaskar. The third word, Shankaraha Shantanutume. This Shankara Bhagavan blesses me with all auspiciousness. Yo dadadi sadam shambhuhu kaivalyamapi durlabham. Those noble people Bhagavan gives most difficult to gain, that is moksha. He is pleased easily. That's why it's called Ashutosh Bhagavan. Kalanam dandakrityosau. At the same time punish the wicked. That Lord Shiva, may you bless me. Now Doha, the bow that Bhagavan holds is Kala Dand. That is indivisible time. Paramanu, twinkling, a moment, a year, age, and a cycle. They are the fierce arrows. Remember, O mind, that Lord, only then you will be free from fear of time. Now the god of ocean told that, please build a bridge here, and then you cross the ocean. Now a question comes here, why Bhagavan had to build a bridge? See, these Rakshasas were going by air across the ocean easily. That means they are greater than God. This bridge is of a different state. Beautiful symbolism is there. Ravana had the aerial car and free to fly over the ocean. But what was he doing? Abducting Sitaji, etc. That represents licentiousness. Bhagavan built a bridge. Bridge is something even an ant also can cross the bridge. It is open for everybody. All can cross. Bhagavan is total and hence he thinks of the totality. This is called Dharma Setu, bridge of righteousness. Ocean signify the ocean of samsara. If you want to cross the ocean of samsara, then live a life of dharma, righteousness. This is the teaching. Now everybody's participation is there in building the bridge. Therefore the bridge has that synergy to help cross others. Bhagavan said, now let us start the work. Nala, Neela were engineers. They were blessed by gods. They bring big rocks and stones and they write Ramanam. Nala, Neela had a boon. Anything they throw in the water, it will float. But with Ramanam, they could join the stones together. Now there is a side story. See, Ramchandraji saw that with my name, the rocks are floating. He thought that what will happen if I myself drop it? He wanted to test it. He went far away to experiment this. He didn't want anybody to see it. And he took one small stone and dropped it in the ocean. It did not float. It sank. He looked around to see anyone saw. But Hanumanji was there. He was always with Ramchandraji to see what he is doing. Bhagavan asked, did you see? Hanumanji said, yeah, oh Lord, if you leave someone, that person will drown in samsara. If you drop, who can save that person? With your name, if a rock can float, why not man also float in samsara ocean? That is the side story. Now, bridge was built, whose glory it is. Loha 3. Veera Kuvira Pratapate Sindhutare Pashan Te Madi Mandije Ramataji Pajahi Chata Prabhuan. It was the greatness of Bhagavan Ramchandraji, his name. Pitiable are those people who run after other people, leaving this Ramchandraji. Now before the bridge was completed, once the bridge was completed, everybody was ready to go to Lanka. Bhagavan thought that I should invoke Lord Shiva's grace. So he wanted to worship Lord Shiva. And he told Hanumanji to go and bring a Shivalinga. Hanumanji went, but the Muhurtam, the auspicious moment, was passing. So everybody suggested that Bhagavan make a Parthiva Linga, a linga made up of clay. So Bhagavan made himself the Shivalinga and worship at that place that's called Rameshwaram. When he finished the puja, Hanumanji brought his Shivalinga. But then he was surprised to see Bhagavan already installed the Shivalinga there. So then what to do? So Bhagavan said, you put it here, we'll have another Shivalinga. That's why Rameshwaram you see two Shivalingas are there. One Hanumanji bought, other is Bhagavan Ramchandra. That is Rameshwaram. He named it as Rameshwaram. Now there are two meanings are there. Rama is Ishvara to whom? That is Rameshwara. That is, for Lord Shiva, Rama is Ishvara. For Rama, who is Ishvara? Bhagavan Shiva. Like that. That is the meaning. Two meanings are there. Now, Bhagavan came and stood on the bridge. All those creatures who live in the ocean, they came to surface and they looked at Ramchandraji. Because all the oceanic creatures want to have darshan of Ramchandraji. They came both sides of the bridge and lined up there. The ocean was filled with creatures. Nobody could see water. And those creatures, after seeing Bhagavan, they went into samadhi. Bhagavan smiled and he ordered all the monkeys, now you walk. You walk over them. So, they will not know you are walking over them. Why? Because the bridge was narrow and how much time it will take to cross all the monkeys. There are millions of monkeys. The narrow bridge, it will take a long time. So look at this, Bhagavan's magic. So Jambavanji said, Bhagavan, why did you do this trick in the beginning itself? Because you built the bridge. Bhagavan said, you built the bridge, I got a place to stand. That is why it has happened. The idea is you do your job 1%. Bhagavan will do 99%. That is the idea here. They all walked over those sharks and other oceanic creatures. They were like rocks. didn't know anyone walking over them. All of them crossed the ocean. Now they are already in the land of Lanka. Even as a political strategy, Ravana is making a mistake. You are allowing enemy to come to your door. But you can see in the beginning, he already made a resolve that he wanted to die in the hands of Bhagavan. Okay, now Ravana comes to the darbar. What is the news? The news, Maharaj, they built a bridge over the ocean. What? They tied down the ocean. Now you see Doha 5. Bandhyo, Vananithi, Neeranithi, Jalati, Sindhu, Baris, Satya Toyaniti, Kampati, Udati, Payoti, Nadisha. There are 10 names for ocean. Now Ravana, out of surprise, he pronounced all 10 names with 10 heads together. That's what it is said. Bandhyo, Vananiti, Neeraniti, Jalati, Sindhu, Varis, Satya, Toyaniti, Kampati, Udati, Payoti, Nadisha. So 10 names of Samudra, he says, because all the 10 heads, he uses one name. Is it true? Then he saw that there is a surprise in his voice. Then he remembered, I should not show my anxiety. He said, okay, so what? Now, Mandodari heard, she tried to put some sense in his head. Again telling, please surrender to Rama and return Sita ji. But he did not listen to her. And Mandodari understood now his luck and everything is over. Vinasha kale viparita buddhi. When the time of destruction comes, your buddhi gets perverted. Now Ravana had one son. That one was very intelligent. He also came and he also told Ravana that he should follow the advice of Mandodari ji. He got angry. You are my son and talking like this, favoring the enemies. Now here you see two pictures here. Bhagavan Ramchandra ji with his Sugriva and Vibhishana, Hanuman, Angad, etc. sitting together with a beautiful picture. Bhagavan is lying down, all of them are sitting, surrounding Bhagavan. Bhagavan is looking at the moon and is asking a question to all of them. What is the dark spot in the moon? Give your views. Everybody tried and gave some idea, but Hanumanji's idea was the best. He said, Bhagavan, that moon is your devotee. So he is constantly meditating on you. Therefore, some of your blue color has gone there. That is the dark spot you see. Now what happened was another picture at the top of the mountain. Ravana had a dancing hall built. Beautiful music stadium he built. And he was seated in his throne with umbrella over his head. Mandodari is hearing, diamond, hearing, that hearing was celestial one. They were shining. First Bhagavan thought that clouds have gathered and there is lightning. Because looking at the umbrella, he thought it's clouds. And this Mandodari's earrings were shining. It was like a lightning. He said, Bhagavan said, now it is going to rain. There are clouds and lightning. But Vibhishana said, nothing, Bhagavan. It is Ravana is enjoying his Rangashala. He wants to show that he is not worried, even though enemies are at your doorstep. But he wants to show to the whole world that he doesn't care. The lightning you see is Mandodari's earring. Then Bhagavan took one arrow and shot. And suddenly Ravana's crown, umbrella and Mandodari's earring fell down, broken down. And that arrow came back to Rama. Mandodari understood immediately. Again she went and touched the feet of her husband and said, "O Lord, please don't underestimate the Lord Rama. He is what in Vedas we read, Sahasra Shirsha Purushaha. And Bhagavad also said, Patal is Bhagavan's feet and Brahmalok is his head. That Virat Purusha Bhagavan is here. Please do not have enmity with him." But Ravana again laughed. When situation is serious, you laugh means it is madness. Now next day morning, Bhagavan asked everyone, what shall we do now? Someone said we should give one more chance for Ravana to think. We must send one messenger. Now the question is whom to send. Somebody said send Hanumanji. Then Jambavanji said no. If we keep sending Hanumanji, then they think that we have only one monkey in our group. And they all suggested, let us send Angad. Now he has become different, developed 100% faith in Bhagavan. He is a changed person. And everybody agreed, yes, Angad also said, I am ready to go. Angad asked Bhagavan, you give some guidance. Bhagavan said, negotiate with that enemy in such a way that our work is also accomplished and no harm comes to him also. See, Bhagavan never harmed even his enemy. Angad went. This portion is the most entertaining in the Ramayana, Tulsi Ramayana. In Balakand we saw Lakshmana and Parashuram's Samvad. In Ramalila they elaborately tell this Angad Ravana Samvad. The moment Angad goes there, Ravana's children were playing there. Ravana had many wives. There are so many children are there. They were all playing there. And someone made fun of Angad. There was some quarrel and Angad gave one blow to one Rakshasa. He happened to be Ravana's son. He died on the spot. Everybody saw this monkey. They knew only one monkey, Hanuman. They said, Hanuman has come again. Because monkeys are all looking alike, you see. It is something like you go to China, everybody looks same. You can't make out who is Chen and who is Sheng. It's very difficult. Same way, these people, Rakshasas, could not make out who is Hanuman and who is Angad. Between two monkeys, they could not understand who is who. So they thought Hanumanji has come again. All got scared. They themselves started showing Ravana's darbar. Now Ravana was sitting there, question, asked, who are you? You know, there was one, Angada says, you know, there was one friend of yours called Vali. I am his son. Ravana said, he is my friend, you are his son, and why are you coming from the opposite party? Where is your father? Angada said, in a few days you will go and meet him. And you can ask him how he is. Question again, Ravana, don't you know to whom you are talking? Angada said, yes, I know which Ravana you are. I know 3 Ravanas. One Ravana that was taken to Patal Lok. You are put in jail. Vamana Bhagavan is guarding that Raja Bali's palace. Then your father went and pleaded and were released. That Ravana I know. Second Ravana is the one who got defeated by Sahasrabahu. And third one, my father also defeated you. Which Ravana you are? And then there was a long conversation. At one time, when he started insulting Ramachandraji, at that time Angad got really angry. He put his foot there on the ground. If anyone can lift or a group of them can lift, then you can keep Sitaji. Look at it. We will go back without fight. Look at his confidence and a faith in Bhagavan. Now, this was a very good challenge and very good chance for Ravana also. He thought that if somebody can move his leg, they will not fight. They will go back and Sitaji will be left alone in Lanka. Now each one by one tried, including Indrajit also. All failed. And they all jointly tried. Nothing happened. They could not move an inch. Finally, Ravana looked at the whole situation. He thought, let me see. Here finally Ravana said, I will do it. He got up from his simhasan, came down and bent down to lift Angada's leg. But suddenly Angada pulled his leg. He said, why are you touching my feet? Go and touch Ramachandraji's feet. Suddenly Ravana felt that, what is this? I am touching the feet of a monkey. And at that time, Angada banged the ground with his hand. The whole building was shaken. And Ravana's mukut fell down. He has 10 mukut, you see. He quietly picked up and put it back on his head. But out of that, 4 of them Angad caught and threw them towards Ramachandraji. Monkeys saw the crown coming with speed. They got frightened. But Hanumanji caught them. Bhagavan understood it is Ravana's mukut. Now Angad was convinced that this Ravana is not going to listen to good counsel. Angad comes back victoriously. Bhagavan asks, what are the 4 crowns you send me? Angad said, it is said, Raja has to follow 4 kinds of diplomacy. Sama, Dana, Bheda, Danda. Ravana is not following any one properly. So all those policies thought, what is the use of remaining with Ravana? And hence came to you. So all monkeys were listening to this. They said, oh Lord, remaining with Bhagavan, the monkey also becomes scholarly people now. Now again that night, Mandodari tried to talk Ravana. But his mind was not ready for any kind of right advice. So there was no other go but fight. Bhagavan called all of them, let us plan what action to be taken. This Lanka has 4 dwaras, south, north, east and west. Bhagavan divided his army into 4 and sent them towards each gate to attack. And there was a fierce battle. All the description is there. Bhayankara war was going on. War is such that sometimes you think that Rakshasas are winning and sometimes Bhagavan's side winning. But one by one, Ravana's senapatis were dying. In this war, you will find that someday one warrior become powerful. Nothing can stand against him. Nobody can stand against him. This is the case with both the parties. It's called man of the day. One day Angad and another day Hanuman and the other day Jambavan. One day even Vibhishana became powerful and one day Lakshmana. Like this, fascinating description is there in this Yuddha Kand. The way the war is fought is indescribable. Now Ravana was getting news of this general died, that general died, that Senapati died, and his sons were also sent. He had many sons. They were all sent, and all of them gone one by one. That Indrajit got really wild. I will teach them a lesson. He told his father, Ravana, I am going to the battlefield. I will bring this 2 tapasvis head today and put a stop to this war. With that decision, he went to the battlefield. And immediately, of course, Lakshmana challenged him. A fierce fight took place between them. What happened? Finally, towards the evening, Indrajit felt that he cannot defeat Lakshmana in a normal way. So what he did, he used a particular astra called Veera Khati, a missile which he preserved. He got it after lot of tapas. And that he used against Lakshmana. And Lakshmana had no answer to that. He was hit by that Veerakhati astra, fell down on the ground. Now naturally Lakshmana fell down, the war stopped, everybody became, and then this Indrajit came, because Lakshmana is fallen down on the ground. He wanted to lift Lakshmana and take him to his father as a trophy. He tried to lift him. He could not lift him because Lakshmana was none other than Sheshanath, who is holding the whole universe. He could not lift. He was surprised. He asked so many other Rakshasas to come to help him, but still they could not lift him. Then Hanumanji saw this. He came and threw away, hit all of those Rakshasas and they were defeated. And then Hanumanji lifted so easily and took him to Bhagavan Ramchandraji. And then naturally there was a question, how to revive Lakshmana. Is he dead or he is alive? Now how do you know? Unless there is a doctor. There was no doctor, there was no Red Cross or anything, during this time. So they didn't have any doctor in their army. So Hanumanji said, when I was there in Lanka, I saw there was a dispensary there. So there must be a doctor there in Lanka. So Jambavan asked, why don't you go and get him? He said, okay, I will go and get him. So Hanumanji flew. I went, and what he did was, he did not wait for conversation between them, because the doctor is in the enemy side. He may refuse to come, and he is afraid of Ravana also. Now this Sushen, what Hanumanji did, he lifted the whole clinic, dispensary, lifted the whole house along with Sushena and brought. He cannot say, now I didn't bring my stethoscope, I didn't bring my equipment. This complaint you cannot make. So he brought him. Then Sushena was hesitant. But Bhavanji said, see, doctor's job is whether you are enemy or not. A sick person you have to revive. That is your what you call job. So please do it. So he went and checked Lakshmana and said, he is alive, but then only one medicine can cure him, and that is available in Himalayas. Now he wrote the prescription, doctor's prescription only his brother-in-law can read, because they have a dispensary. So it's all within that, within the family only the business. Now Hanumanji took the prescription, he could not read it. So what he did, he lifted the whole pharmaceuticals. The entire mountain he lifted. And as he was coming, in Tulsi Ramayana there is a beautiful diversion here. As he was coming, he flew over Ayodhya. So somebody saw a huge creature is flying. They went and informed Bharata. Bharata saw a huge creature is flying over Ayodhya. He shot an arrow. He fell down. Hanumanji fell down. And while falling down, he said, Ram, Ram. Then Bharata was surprised. What did I do? Did I do something wrong? He went and woke him up, Hanumanji. Then Hanumanji saw Bharata. You were saying, Ram, Ram. Who are you? Then Hanumanji said, hey, I am Ramadut. I am just taking the whole story he told. Lakshmana fallen down in the battlefield. I am taking the medicine for him. When Bharata heard this, he felt so miserable. He said that, oh Lord, I am not able to help you. I cannot participate in your battle to Ravana. What a wretched person I am. But Hanumanji consoled, no, don't worry, everything will be taken care of. Bhagwan himself is capable. Like that he consoled him. And then Bharatji said, I will shoot an arrow. Sitting on that arrow, you can go fast and reach Lanka. Hanumanji said, no need, I will reach myself. He lifted the mountain again and flew back and came to Sushena, and he discovered the medicine there and revived Lakshmana. And our Indrajit went and informed Ravana that Lakshmana is dead. Now once his brother died, Rama will not have a heart to fight. And when Rama doesn't want to fight, everybody will go back. That was the thinking of Ravana. But then they were waiting for the news, the Lakshmana's death. What happened? They heard cheerful party in monkey's party. And they said, what happened? Then the spies came and told the, what do you call, Lakshmana woke up. There is no way you can kill him. And in between there was another story also, that Ravana, when he knew that Hanumanji is going to get the medicine from the Himalayas, he sent Kalanemi, a Rakshasa, to stop him on the way, delay him, so that he will not reach before sunrise. If the medicine is not brought before sunrise, Lakshmana will die. That was the condition. But Kalanemi, this guy is a Mahasadhu, Galatjnani, and singing Bhagavan Ramchandraji's name. Hanumanji was curious. Oh, he went and saw Mahatma sitting there and singing song and drama. He was impressed. And this Kalanemi said that you go and take a bath and come, I will give you mantropadesha. Hanumanji wanted mantropadesha. He himself is Bhagavan. He didn't know that. But Hanumanji, anyway, he went to the lake to take a bath. And in that he was caught by a crocodile. Crocodile Hanumanji killed, and that crocodile turned to be a beautiful angel in the heaven. And she informed, this sadhu is not a sadhu, he is a Rakshasa, he wants to kill you. That is why he is sitting there. Hanumanji went and killed Kalanemi, then proceeded again. So that is the story of that Veerakhati Astra. Then, after that, Ravana thought that now there is no other way. Let us wake up Kumbhakarna. Now, waking up Kumbhakarna is not easy. He had this particular boat, he will sleep 6 months. One day he will get up, then again he will go back and sleep 6 months. That is the boat. Now, to wake him up, they tried so many things. Elephants were sent, walking over him. Nothing happened. Drums, big sound, they tried, nothing worked. There are humorous stories about Kumbhakarna's waking up. But finally what they did, they brought food. The smell went to his nostril, especially Sri Lankan food, very spicy food. It went to the nostril. Smelling, he got up. And as soon as he got up, Kumbhakarna is like what? A big mountainous person. Like Himalayas, walking Himalayas. Think about it. That much. So as soon as you get up, 6 months sleeping, you develop beard. And before going to the Raja to show your face, you have to stay within it. So they appointed all this side 25 barber, this side another 25. And the people who want to trim his mustache, those barbers had problem. Because this breathing coming like a tornado. And one breath they come out, another breath they go inside. So many problems. And finally he got up. And Kumbhakarna got up. Why are you waking me up now? That your brother wants to see you. Because it's untimely, getting up untimely. And here a boon also what? If you are woken up untimely, then you will die. That's it. And he ate up everything, whatever they brought, and then asked, why am I? What did you wake me up? And they inform Ravana, your brother wants to see you. So he dressed up and went to Ravana and he asked Ravana, why did you wake me up? What do you want? He said, you have to go to the battlefield. Then he heard that because of he kidnapped Sita, that is why he has to get into this fight. And Kumbhakarna, when he heard this, he said, you brought Vigadamba. How can you feel peaceful? And please return Sitaji. He also advised. Now Ravana got angry. He said, you are my brother, I thought you will help me. Now you are giving me advice. If you cannot help me, go back, sleep again. I will do this war. This is my war. This is my battle. I will win it. Then Kumbhakarna said, no. I will do the dharma as a brother. And I was just telling you for your own benefit. And Kumbhakarna goes to the battlefield. Ravana said, I will send you Rakshasa Sena with you. Kumbhakarna said, I don't need any Sena. I myself is enough. Myself is Sena. So he walked. As he was walking into the battlefield, the monkeys saw such a huge, gigantic person coming. They ran away. We cannot fight this. But Hanumanji, Angad, Vibhishana, they all brought them back. He said, you bring some big stone, big rocks and throw at him. There's a description in Prasiddhas Ramayana. Thousands of monkeys, not thousands, billions of monkeys. Think about it. They are collecting these big stones and throwing at Kumbhakarna. At one time, what happened? Nothing happened. He stood there unaffected. That was the strength of Kumbhakarna. And Vibhishana saw his brother coming and he had a lot of love for his brother. So he said, Ramchandraji, let me go and see him. And he is a formidable warrior. Nobody can defeat him in battlefield. Let me talk to him and see he can be persuaded not to fight. Bhagavan said, you try. So Vibhishana goes and stood in front of him. And Vibhishana, this Kumbhakarna is so big, Vibhishana is so small. So he showed his hand, he lifted him. And then, tell me. He said, brother, I tried so many ways to give advice to our brother Ravana, but he did not listen. And he has abducted Sitaji, somebody's wife, that also Bhagavan's consort. It is not right, it is adharma. Therefore, if he doesn't return Sitaji, the whole Rakshasa Vamsha will be destroyed. So I warned him, but he did not. He kicked me out. That's why I am in this. Now Kumbhakarna said, hey Vibhishana, blessed indeed you are. In our whole family, you are the only sensible person. That you are devoted to Ramchandraji. is a blessing. Now continue, but don't stand in front of me now. Why? Because I am intoxicated with war now. I don't see who is brother, who is relative, I don't see now. So go away from me. Now you see, Vishnu came back, there is no way you can talk to him. At this moment, Vishnu came back, and then our Sugriva challenged. Sugriva was the king of monkeys. He challenged. Now Sugriva is no match for Kumbhakarna. Kumbhakarna caught him and put him on his shoulder. And then afterwards what happened? Still Sugriva was what? Biting his ears and things like that. He was monkey swabhava now. He got irritated. He caught him and put him up, the armpit. Tried to crush him, to kill him. Then what happened? Then all the other monkeys got scared because their Raja is in trouble. Then what happened? One moment he loosened his grip. At that time, this Sugriva escaped from there. Escaped and then jumped out of it. And then again he caught him. And just struck him on the ground. But Sugriva did not feel anything. He easily jumped out of his grip. Then what happened? This Nala, Neela, they attacked him. And what happens is these monkeys, he was taking in two hands, these monkeys, like Kajar monkey, like that. He was taking and eating. And these monkeys, what happened? They were going inside his mouth. Mouth is like a big guha, you see. And they coming out of the ears. That big he was. Now finally Hanumanji got ready. He went and he took the same form as our Kumbhakarna, because he assumed that huge, gigantic form. And then he gave him one beating. Kumbhakarna, look at this. Kumbhakarna fell down. Now getting up, Kumbhakarna, instead of getting angry with Hanumanji, he said, very good. So far in my life, nobody could make me fall down. You are great. Now I will give you one. So Kumbhakarna gave one, Hanumanji fell down. But again he got up, and the problem is then Bhagavan thought that there is no point fighting with our soldiers, will not be able to stand him. So Bhagavan himself stopped Hanumanji to fight with him. Then he himself went in front of Kumbhakarna. That is what he wanted anyway. So Bhagavan shot arrow and all these arrows, this Kumbhakarna was taking it in his hand and breaking it and throwing. Nothing is happening to him. Finally, Bhagavan took one arrow and cut off his hand, right hand. But still he was advancing with his left hand. Left hand also Bhagavan cut off. Then both hands gone, still he was coming towards Bhagavan to eat him up with open mouth. Bhagavan filled his mouth with arrows. Then also he was coming forward. See his power. Then Bhagavan cut off his head. After chopping off his head also, the body was coming towards Bhagavan. See his power. Bhagavan cut his body also into pieces, two pieces. Finally, the head went into the ocean and submerged. Now, Kumbhakarna's death was a great shock for Ravana, because he was hoping that Kumbhakarna will defeat the whole army. He will eat up the whole monkey gang, and Rama and Lakshmana, he will be easily able to defeat them. This was the hope of Ravana, but that also failed. When he saw that Kumbhakarna also died, he lost all hope for winning the war. At that time, Indrajit went and consoled his father. He said, "Don't worry, I still have some ammunition in me, with me. I will be able to defeat the enemy. Don't worry." So Indrajit comes again, and then this battle was very severe. Now before Indrajit comes, Ravana himself, in Valmiki Ramayana there is a particular scene where Ravana himself come to the battlefield. Because after Kumbhakarna's death, he thought that I should take up charge. He came to the battlefield, and that day Bhagavan Ramchandraji, one-on-one, he fought with Rama. And Ramchandraji, the first time he is facing face to face Ravana, naturally, Ramchandraji also was angry. So he defeated him. So Ravana could not move an inch from his place, from his the chariot. And all his astras, before he took up the arrow, Bhagavan shot. Bhagavan broke that arrow, broke his bow. Every bow he took, he broke. Finally, without any equipment left, no weapon left, Ravana was helpless sitting, standing there in the chariot. That time Bhagavan tell him, "Today you are tired, go back, come tomorrow." That was the large heartedness of Bhagavan. Because a warrior should not shoot a person and kill when he doesn't have anything with him. Nirastra. Then, putting his head down, he go back, Ravana go back to Lanka. But still, that is the time. This Indrajit comes and console him. Don't worry, I will defeat the enemy. So he comes now, this time well equipped with all rare missiles, celestial weapons. He started showing his magical war. So these Rakshasas are very good in magic. So this Indrajit was an expert in that. He suddenly disappeared, he cannot see him, and from Akasha the arrows start coming from different directions and showering on all these monkeys. The monkeys start running to escape, but then wherever they escape, there also the arrows was coming and falling. They were helpless. And then the clouds, then some, what we call the fecal matters, blood, all those things started falling on them. They're all magical warfare. And when Lakshmana saw this, he could not take it. He challenged Indrajit, and there was a fight. And what happened at that time, Lakshmana was losing the battle. When Bhagavan saw this, he also joined Lakshmana. And at that time, Indrajit thought that this is a very good opportunity. They both are there together. So he shot Nagastra. And both Lakshmana and Bhagavan Ramchandraji tied by this Nagastra, fell down on the ground. Now this story was narrated by Bhagavan. Shivaji to Parvati. Parvati looked at him. How come Ramchandraji was caught? Was defeated in the battlefield like this by Indrajit? How is it possible? And Indrajit was very confident that by morning they will die. Both of them. And there was celebration in Lanka the whole night. And Shivaji says, Bhagavan's body is not made up of Panchabhutas. It is a divine body. Snake poison cannot touch him. Because Lord Vishnu is lying down on a snake only, isn't it? And you can see Bhagavan Krishna, Kaliya was such a great poisonous snake, nothing happened to Bhagavan. Shivaji is consoling Parvati. These are all Bhagavan's Leela. Don't worry. Now seeing the condition of Bhagavan, Rama and Lakshmana lying down in the battlefield, Hanumanji goes to Vaikuntha and inform Garudaji. Garudaji, it is your chance now to serve Bhagavan. What happened? He said, now he is tied down with the Nagastra. Only you can relieve him. You can untie him. So please come. Garuda was hesitant. Says, Bhagavan never told me this. Without his permission I cannot come. He hesitated. There was a conversation between Hanumanji and Garudaji. But whether permission is there or not, it is a serious situation, it is an emergency situation. Don't stand for formalities. Please come with me. If you don't come with me, I will lift you and take you. That was the Hanumanji's and there was no choice. Then Garuda comes. And as soon as Garuda comes, the power of the snake, the Nagastra, reduced, and finally, with the help of Garuda Pakshi, the Nagas left him, left Bhagavan. Bhagavan was totally relieved, and both of them woke up as though nothing happened to their body. And while looking at Garuda Pakshi, thanked him. Very nice. Thank you very much for helping us. Now Garuda was surprised. Why Bhagavan is thanking me? So, like an ordinary person, Bhagavan behaved. Actually, Garuda is his servant, Bhagavan Vishnu's servant, as a vehicle. It is his duty to serve the Lord. But here Bhagavan, Lord himself is thanking him. He was surprised. What is that? But then, this question he asked in Uttarakhand. So Kagabushindi is the one who enlightened him. So Garuda also had a doubt. Is Rama is Vishnu or Rama is a human being? That doubt was there. So this Ravana camp, they were very happy that both of them have fallen. They were celebrating. But morning they heard cheerful celebration in the Rama's camp, and they understood that this Garuda came and relieved him of the Nagastra. And again Indrajit got disappointed. Now what to do? Again Indrajit said, now I will do one thing. He had Ishtadevata, Nikumba, a Devi. You propitiate her, and with her blessings, if you get a divine chariot, a divine armor, and with that you go to the battlefield, nobody can defeat him. With that intention, he had a secret place to perform this puja. It is a tantric puja. So much gallons of blood, etc. is offered. It's a tamasic type of worship, tantric. And Indrajit went there secretly without nobody's knowledge, nobody knows how to go there, etc. And he put guards also around him. While he was performing that particular ritual, elaborate rituals are there. You must have seen in the serial, how he chants those mantras, each mantras, tham, thum, all that. And Vibhishana came to know about this and informed Ramchandraji. If Indrajit succeed in his ritual and that chariot come, you will not be able to defeat him. So we have to break this yajna, destroy the yajna. That is the only way you can kill Indrajit. So, Bhagavan this time sent Lakshmana along with Hanumanji, Angada, Vibhishana to this cave, and Vibhishana knows, even though it is a secret place, Vibhishana knows how to go there. So he led the whole group and went, and Hanumanji and Angadji started beating this Indrajit, who is sitting in the Yajnashala. But Indrajit was so strong, he did not move, even though they were disturbing him. But then what happened? Hanumanji took some water and poured it in the Yajnakund, Havan Kund. So what? Fire is not. When the fire is not kindled, that Yajna will not be successful. So naturally, Indrajit got up and he came out to this guha, and whom he saw, Lakshmana and Vibhishana standing there. Immediately he knew who is the culprit, who took these people here. Vibhishana, his kaka. Kaka, you are a kuladrohi. Because of you, the whole, Rakshasa Vamsha is killed. I will not spare your life. I will kill you. So he shot an arrow which was special for Vibhishana. It's called Yamastra or something. And to his surprise, he saw Lakshmana broke that. And Indrajit was surprised because he thought that nobody has an answer to that particular arrow. How did you get this? He asked Lakshmana. Lakshmana said, Yamaraj himself told me. He said, himself came and told me. Then there was a great fight between Lakshmana and Indrajit. And finally, Lakshmana thought that he took an arrow and invoked the grace of Rama. And if I have served Ramachandraji sincerely 14 years, then this arrow should find its mark. And he shot, and Indrajit's head was gone completely, cut off his head. And that head went to where? Ravana. The whole body lifted and presented to Ravana. Now, more than Kumbhakarna's death, Indrajit's death was celebrated in the heaven. Because this Indrajit's death was very difficult. If someone practiced tapas like Lakshmana, 12 years, no food or drink or sleep, such a person only can kill Indrajit. That was his boon. Only Lakshmana could do it. Nobody else could do it. Now, the last hope of Ravana is also lost, because he had so much of hope on Indrajit. He never thought that Indrajit will fall dead on the battlefield. It looks like Ravana is sending everybody to Ramachandraji to get killed. जाके मरो भगवान से हाथ से, भगवान का हाथ से. Because they will get gati. That was his thinking. Now, there is no choice now. Ravana himself has to come to the battlefield. He saw one after another dead in the battlefield. Ravana decided to go to the battlefield. Here also, before going to the battlefield, he is a great Shiva Bhakta. Now, his bhakti was also a strange kind. He went to the temple of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva, Ravana has worshipped one particular Shivalinga that is still there. He went and challenged him. Lord Shiva, let me see how you are going to help me. That kind of a challenge. So he decided to go to the battlefield. That Rama Ravana Yuddha is the most famous. According to some, it continued, Rama Ravana Yuddha continued 18 days. Ravana was not an ordinary warrior. He was a formidable warrior. And Ramachandraji also equally great. You can see there is no comparison to Rama Ravana Yuddha. That is why in Mahabharata time, Hanumanji was sitting in the chariot of Arjuna. After the war is over, Mahabharata war over, Arjuna asked, how do you like our war? Hanumanji said, most of the time I was sleeping. It was boring for him. Because the war strategy, tactics are all different. Now you see, modern war, there is no one-on-one fight. It is all now AI doing the fight. It's all electronically done. Computer is doing, not human being doing. Same way, Mahabharata time also, one arrow go, another arrow comes. Only said I woke up when the, there was war between Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu's war, that time I woke up. He was a great warrior. All the time I slept. So idea is there was no war like Rama and Ravana. Now we'll see that after the break.